can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Productions. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie, and on this week's episode, it was the start of Major League Baseball season. Yippee dippy. And to celebrate, we are watching the 1989 sports comedy, Major League. Major League was written and directed by David Ward. Major League stars Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Corbin Bernsen, Margaret Whitton, James Gammon, Rene Russo, Wesley Snipes, Charles Cyphers, Cecil Ross, Dennis Haysbert, and Bob Uecker. Alongside me is the cousin Benny. Cuz, how's your wife and my kid?
Well, I'll say that they are Carrera wa Hidoi. That means they're shitty in Japanese.
Very nice.
Nice.
Is that the first research that has ever been done on the show?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. And alongside the cuz and myself is a man who threw at his own son in an exhibition game. Good friend, co-host Ryan. How you feeling?
I just want to clarify that it was a father-son exhibition game.
Oh, sorry. Yes. That makes it better.
Well, all I have to say is, look at this fucking guy.
What a fantastic place. So much to discuss.
I can't wait to talk about it. Robbie, how you doing today?
Good. Baseball started. Can't wait. Mets.
Can't
since
wait.
83. Big Mets fan. Can't wait to see him.
So excited. Since I've been a kid, I've been a big Mets fan.
That and the
Huge.
Johnnies, right? That and the Johnnies.
Oh yeah, huge.
I'm sorry, my lifelong team knocked yours out. Arkansas. I've been a huge Arkansas fan for years and years and years.
I remember that. You've been saying that since Noam Richardson.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Add to that another FBI, John Calipari.
Oh, please. Hey, as long as we got beat by an Italian, that's all that matters to me.
It's true. But yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we watch movies. Typically, they're movies that one or all of us haven't seen, but sometimes, like this week, we're doing a movie just based on something we want to watch. And it's start of baseball season, which Robbie and I are clearly so excited about. So we're doing Major League. And I think we've all, I hate to ask, but we've all seen Major League several times, I think, right?
So I don't know if I've ever seen this movie beginning to end now that I watched it.
What?
I've definitely seen the vast majority of this movie, but a lot of the stuff up front, like I really don't remember. So this might have been one of those movies where at some point I saw it front to back. But over the years, I only kind of jumped in because this is like a certified TNT classic. Like this would be on a lot. So I know I've watched it on TV a large amount of times. But going back, there's a lot of stuff from the beginning of this movie that I don't even remember.
Fair. I feel like when we were growing up, Major League 2 was just constantly on TV. I've seen that movie like 30 fucking times. This one I've seen a lot, but Major League 2, I don't know, it was just always on.
Yeah, these two definitely are part of like one movie, one conglomerate.
Yeah.
This is typically like they'll play both back to back. So I was surprised that some people weren't in this one that I kind of memory hold as being in it, but I think I'm probably more familiar with two.
Yeah. Where the hell's Jesse Ventura? What's going on? Mana the dentist. But yeah, so that's what we do here. Watch movies, talk about it. We got a bunch of segments that we'll talk about. We're going to give it a rating. We'll play some games at the end of the show. Before we get into all that, please, just a friendly reminder to follow us on Instagram, send us an email. All these things are in the notes and the links and all that bullshit. And Benny, tell them what to do over here real quick, and then we'll get to it.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube. Get a nice watch in before your team of choice starts their season today. We're on YouTube. Look us up on Let Boys Watch. If you see the subscribe button is red, go ahead and click it. This way, every time we release a video, it'll pop up on your home screen, so you don't have to go searching for us. I know we picked a name that makes it a little bit hard for us to find because 9,000 people posted the same Will Ferrell clip. If you subscribe, you won't have that problem. So follow us on YouTube.
Yes, please. Um, so boys, how excited I mean, I didn't realize that Benny hadn't really seen it, but Robbie, let's start with you. How excited were you to watch this film?
Oh, please, like a 300 out of 10. I love this movie. I was a VHS owner, DVD owner with the baseball grass as the cover. I love this movie. I was so happy to watch it. I was so happy to watch it that I was watching best of clips on YouTube. And yeah, I was definitely super duper excited. This movie is one of my favorite movies. I feel like I love sports movies, but I think again, like I feel like baseball's not my favorite sport, but baseball's my favorite sports movie genre to watch.
Strong
There's
agree.
nothing better. Yeah, there's nothing better. Uh Goosebumps galore, some nitpicks galore I do have with this movie that I found a little wackadoozy. As a young kid I didn't notice, but now as a grown man, I noticed. But I mean, please, Chaz Sheen, Willie Mays, Hayes, Wesley Snipes. I mean, forget about it. Just in the beginning of his prime. So many great characters. I was so excited to watch it.
Same. I was pumped to watch it. It's been a long time. Definitely a couple years. I don't know how many. Um, but yeah, I was excited to watch it. And I fully agree with you. I do not like baseball as a sport anymore, but I love baseball movies. I don't know what it is, uh, whatever, but love a good baseball movie. This is one of the best baseball movies, one of the best comedies in general. It's a fantastic film, so I'm glad we watched it. Ben, any thoughts?
Yeah, so I don't think this is controversial, but the three of us are close in age, but we're just far enough where like this era of movies is like right outside of when I guess started to become conscious and like liking things. So my era of baseball movies, I'm not saying that you guys don't like them too, but like my core golden memories are like Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield, Little Big League. So that's like when I think of baseball movies, those are the ones that I think of. But still, I mean, I like this movie. I was super excited to watch it, if not to kind of have a more, I guess, older adult view of this movie that I watched so many times when I was younger. Excited. I mean, it's a nice way to kick off the baseball season, getting ready for that tomorrow. So yeah, I was excited that we had this on the schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I think, like I said before about Major League Two, that because this is what, 89, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely not allowed to watch this when it first came out. I'm pretty sure I saw Major League Two first and then saw this one like when I was maybe a teenager or something like that. Um, but no, I know what you're saying. Like Rookie of the Year, like that was like 92, 93. I think I was like not too old for it, but like just on that cusp of like this is a kids movie, even
Yeah.
though it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, um, all right. Well, I guess let's do some overall impressions and scores. Does anyone want to start?
I'll go first. So yeah, again, enjoyable through the whole movie. Like it's that typical we're spoiled now where they put so much attention to detail and things. That's not what movies were about in the late 80s, early 90s. So some of the baseball stuff is a little you need to have um, the token love story in the movie, which okay, I could have done without it, but it doesn't hurt the movie at all. And I was actually glad because again, I memory hold the two movies together. I remember them losing. I thought they lost at the end, so I was actually thinking as the end of the movie came, um, that I was expecting a loss and the season to end on a loss. But hey, look at the memories we made along the way. So after seeing so many of those movies the last 10, 15 years, I'm actually glad that it kind of had like a happy ending for this one. Obviously, in the second one, you get that kind of they end on a loss, but no, I mean, what a fantastic watch. What a good movie. A good cast of characters. Uh, I'm sure our favorite character list is gonna go on and on and on. But I'll end my little segment here by saying, shout out Pedro Serrano. What a guy.
Best.
Shout out. Can't hit a curveball, but shout out.
Um,
Uh,
I just want to be Robbie, before you start, I just want to say one thing. I have something to read here that Benny reminded me I wanted to do and I didn't do it before. But I just want to say that sometimes you're just so busy running, running around in circles. You never see you're going nowhere. Sometimes you get so tired of chasing after rainbows. You look around your life and find no one's there.
Young Randy Newman.
But you have to say it like chasing around in rainbows, running around. I'll talk about that later. Robbie, please tell us all about this film.
oh, I mean, again, I much to watch. I must have watched this film 80 times, and I think 80, like 70 of those times was from I think like 1992 to like 1994. This is one of my favorite sports movies of all time. Uh, it's written fantastic. It really is written great. I loved it. The the screenplay is hilarious. The cast of characters, like Benny said, I mean, forget about it. These guys, I'm saying things in this movie that I still say today. Too high, right? If I'm golfing, too high, things like that. It's
Fucking God.
I mean, it's just and I'll say when like definitely when we get to like scenes and stuff like that, but it's just the things that you call back in this movie still 30 years later that I'm still saying in everyday life. I mean, I quote this movie at least a couple times a year. It doesn't even matter. Um, I yeah, some people aren't that realistic. Like, Jake Taylor's horrendous arm, Mike Piazza-esque throwing down to second
Hey,
base. I mean, forget about it. Oh, sorry. There he is.
shout out.
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
Yeah. So, Roger Dorn, taking ground at third base like he's getting shot by a missile. Um, it's just, but it's like, Wesley Snipes, forget about it, please. But I don't think he has any athletic ability in his body, the way he was swinging and the way he was, moving out there. But you got to give it up to Charlie Sheen. I mean, looked like a pitcher, threw like a pitcher, really was great in this movie. So yeah, there's some unrealistic aspects of it, but I think for the majority of it did a good job, especially my main man, Blue Hayward. So no, I was excited. I love this movie. I think it's funny. I think it's sharp. I think it's quick. I think the performances are great, especially, certain people like Wesley Snipes. So I think this might have been one of his first performances ever. And even Rene Russo, for all the things that I'm about to nitpick the shit out of her in this movie. I mean, please, a fox, a dame, a dime. So no, it held up. It really did. It really held up, except for some things that I will talk about. This movie held up. I didn't think I was going to get the goosies and the choked up at the end, but they suckered me right back in when Mays Hayes crossed home plate and the umpire was right in your face with the safe. Oh, please, goosebumps galore, tears galore. It was fantastic. I love this movie.
I hope, I hope I steal your Rene Russo moment because I have a major bone to pick with Rene Russo in this movie. But
I
we'll
hope to
we'll,
good
we'll
God you
fight
don't.
it out
So,
later.
all right, I got multiple Rene Russo bones to pick.
Hey, why don't you guys stay away from Rene Russo? Suck my dick. Um, no, I mean, listen, I agree with you guys. Like, this is not the best movie ever made. We know that. It's just a fantastically enjoyable sports movie, a very enjoyable comedy. Um, a lot of, like Robbie said, a lot of lines to quote. I also say too high all the time. Um, it's just it's terrible, but it's amazing at the same time. And it's definitely a nostalgia type of film. Like I'm very curious if someone our age, because like someone 20 years younger than us, like who knows what they're thinking? They're probably thinking about fucking Instagram or something. Uh like someone our age that's never seen it and watches it for the first time now, like I would love to know like what they think about it. Like I have to assume they think there was some funny parts, but they'd be like, all right.
Also, 100% showed you why they needed to change the name of this team. This movie 100% showed you why they needed to come up with a new name for the sports team
Oh,
because there is a lot of subtle
a lot.
little things in there that you're like, ugh,
Yeah.
yikes.
That news reporter with the full
Yeah.
get up
Yeah.
can't do that shit.
What about TP
It's
Talk
just
with TP Talk with Harry Doyle?
yeah,
Well, that
yeah. Oh my
and
God, yeah.
calling the fans featherheads. I was like, geez,
Yeah.
we're all
It,
in, huh?
it's such a shame that it's like it's
It's
obviously needs to be
it's
changed.
innocent, but completely insensitive.
I mean, I'm sure it started out not innocent, but it wasn't like yeah, it I don't think people were using it as like to
Well,
insult people.
Ryan, do you know how the Indians became known as the Indians?
I don't.
They had one of the first Native American ball players, Nap
Okay.
Lajoie, so they were called the Indians.
I mean, that's innocent but not. Like it's like,
He
oh,
was
they
like
got the one
very
guy.
he was very beloved. Like it was in honor of him.
Okay.
So, but still, I mean, I'm sure there was not a lot of great things. Also, like I'm sure it just wasn't in a vacuum all good. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff being said around that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Listen, I'm
Uh,
sure there were very, very good people on both sides. Okay, please.
As always, as always.
always. What I was gonna say is it's a shame that it is insensitive because I love the logo. Um,
Oh, it's so good. Even though looking back and reading up,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, yeah,
horrible.
okay, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but I
great
don't.
logo.
Yeah, I don't look once somebody points it out. I'm like, okay, now
Yeah,
I get
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, here we go. I'm going to burn my one of my Where You Going Tonight, Frank Tahiti's, because I thought it was a weak one. But the opening shot of the movie, the first thing you see is the traffic guardian, which is now what the Indians are named after. So
Yep.
kind of um,
Interesting.
a prescient first frame of the movie is what the Indians actually end up changing their name to. So pretty cool.
I didn't even know that.
It's a good tidbit. Nice.
Yeah,
And I do like their hats now, just the C. I like that.
Yeah.
It's clean,
I like it. I mean,
classic.
it's like anything. Once you get used to the name,
Yeah,
like it's just what they are now. Like even the Commanders, like I kind of like that as a name. It's different. There's no other team called that, so it's like a shock to the system at first. But 3 4 years down the line, that's just what the team's called, and you just get used to it.
yeah, it's true.
yeah, they just need New Jersey refresh.
Yeah.
Kind of
To
bland.
get those Giants ones that Benny loves.
You meant the regular Giants, the old football Giants, those
Uh,
cool ones they wore this year.
can't
Oh,
have those.
please.
Um, so I don't know what I was talking about, but it's very nostalgic. I love it. I'm glad we watched it. Let's do some scores and then we'll talk about scenes and characters and such. So, anyone want to start with a score?
You want to go reverse? Robbie first?
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll just go a flat nine. Very, very enjoyable. Watching it again, I was gonna go 9-9, but again,
I
there is
thought
some
about
stuff.
that too.
Yeah, there is some stuff in this movie that I truly hate and wish that a couple people weren't in this movie and the direction it went. Being a young buck, I didn't know, like I said, but now living that nightmare, it's like, boy, oh boy. So I'll give it a nine. I love this
Oh, I
movie.
need to know
Nine
some of
nine.
those things that you're talking about.
Yeah, 9-9 would have been nice, but nine.
Right?
Um, yeah, this is a hard movie to score for me because I do love it so much, but like watching it now, like trying to be critical, I guess. Not trying to be critical, but like looking at through a critical lens. There's things in it that I'm like, that's stupid. That's a bad scene. Like whatever. I'm not gonna dig it too much. 8.5. It's still super enjoyable. And a couple of characters, like it doesn't matter. The rest of the film could just be absolute trash, but if you left in a few characters, I'd be like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. 8.2 on this one, and it's a lot to do with both genres, right? It's a comedy and it's a sports movie, and it's kind of at the top of those. So, I mean, if you were just to grade this as a movie, you're probably looking at like sevens. But because of, it's striking a lot of chords with me, comedy, baseball, sports movie. That happy ending, I think, brought it from an 8 to an 8.2 for me because I just left on a high note and like ready to turn on the next one and just to keep it going. So I'll go 8.2.
That's fair. Um, no, I knew the scores were going to be high. Um, again, I'm curious what like other people think. I mean, not that curious. Like, don't message me, but
You can
I
message me.
yeah. I mean, message us. But it's just it's 100% one of those movies. Like you mentioned earlier, Rookie of the Year. Like I love Rookie of the Year, but that movie's trash. Like it's not, but it's not like a good film. But movies like this that you just grew up watching, it's just doesn't matter.
You know
I
who
don't,
directed Rookie of the Year?
I do. What's his name from Home Alone?
Daniel Stern.
Dave. What's his name?
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern. Thank you. I was David Stern. I was like, no, he didn't direct that.
No, he was just
He
an
was
NBA
pulling double
commissioner.
duty. Yeah, he was pulling double duty.
Yeah, that fucking weirdo. Um, all right, so let's do what do you want to do? Scenes or characters first? I feel like both are gonna be chock full of enjoyment.
I don't know. I don't want to pick this one.
All right, let's do characters first. Let's do favorite characters first. Start off on a high note because there's a lot of good characters in this film. Um, I'd like to let Robbie go first because I know how much he loves this film, and I don't want anyone to steal his pick.
Yeah, it's tough. This is tough because I have so many.
It's so hard,
I was
I'll
right?
take
hoping.
it. I'll take it from you if you want. If you
Yeah,
want.
please go ahead. You go.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, rest in peace. And I feel like this is a good way to start it off. Starting the baseball season, remembering a legend. Rest in peace, Bob Uecker. Just fantastic. Like, what is really the glue of the movie, and a lot of so many throwaway jokes. I mean, shout out to some of the nicknames he had. I started writing them down at one point. I don't know if I missed a few, but obviously we all know the tribe as a nickname for the Indians, but I loved the Erie Warriors and the Sons of Geronimo. I just thought were great. Him hitting a bottle in the beginning of the season, just the snide comments. I feel like I remember the relationship being so much more snarky between the color commentator and him in this, but it was, I guess, in the second one they really leaned into it because
Yeah, they leaned into it, I think.
the color commentator literally said nothing, and then the one time he does say something, he hits him with and that's why he's the best color commentator in the league, folks. But just he's great. Rest in peace. He was, if you don't know, he was the Brewers radio announcer for almost over 50 years. He was admittedly, he loves to admit that he was just a terrible Major League Baseball player, but just a legend of the game. And it's going to be weird starting a season without him, and you know, weird tie-in that at the last game he ends up calling in his life, it ended up being against the Mets in that playoff series. So rest in peace to a legend. He's, like I said, one of my favorites and one of my favorites in this movie. So love to start that off going into the new season.
Yeah.
And you
I,
forgot to say that he was the dad in one of the best shows of all time, Mr.
Oh,
Belvedere.
please. Please. I mean, come on, the best.
Oh, please, what a show.
Somebody release that, please, cowards. Put it out on Netflix.
yeah,
Yeah,
something.
right? I've been looking for it. I can't find it.
Stupid.
I I was going to this movie thinking that the dynamite drop in Monty, I guess it was in two when Monty said something,
Yeah.
but I could have sworn it was in one, but even that I say, like when somebody makes a stupid point or something like that, or even says something, it's like dynamite drop in Monty.
And shout out, he had the Miller Lite cup sitting in front of him the whole movie. I guess a little product placement. He was in a lot of iconic. I know you talked about him going gray, but a lot of iconic Miller Lite commercials that he was the star of. So
No.
Yeah, I love the whatchamacallit too. I think in a couple scenes he even had a nice little umbrella in the cup.
Yeah. Little parasol. I love you make a good point, Benny, like about him being the glue. It's almost like it's like when you're watching a ball game, the commentators are so much a part of the experience that like him being involved in the movie makes it feel more like a baseball game than if it was just like, no commentating at all.
Yeah. Or
And
like some random not like actor.
yeah, it's some random dude, but and he just is so funny, like you mentioned with the nicknames. I also loved every time Harris was pitching, he had a thing to say about. He's like, and there's a KY
KY ball.
ball to third. Amazing. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I mean, you could do the just a bit outside. I mean, that's iconic on its own. But this even the ones when he's like one hit, he's like one hit. You got one
That's it.
goddamn hit.
Goddamn it.
So you can't say goddamn money, yeah. It's like who cares? Nobody's listening.
I love to like the beauty of like being on the radio, like how he can when Vaughn was like all over the place, like, ooh, he's real close. I don't know how they're laying off those pitches.
You were like in the dugout.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so
good.
good. He's so great. But that wasn't it. I mean, there was somebody else that I wanted to save, but Ron, you can go. I can go last.
You sure?
Yeah, I got a bunch to
All right.
just anyway. It doesn't matter who I pick.
I agree. There's a bunch. Bob Uecker's high on my list, but I gotta go with the coach, man. With
Ah, man,
Brown. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
think anyone was
He's
gonna
so
take
good.
Lou.
Oh,
Oh, it's the best.
no. Every single thing he says is amazing and funny and gold. His, there has never been a more perfect line spoken than when Charlie calls him, the GM, and says, "You want to be coach of the Indians?" I don't know.
Let me call you back. I got a guy on a lot about some white walls.
Yeah. Just the way he says things is so funny. Shut up, Dorn. Like everything. I love him in this film. Him and Euchre for me are like our top two. There's a couple other, characters I really like, but it's both of them for me.
I mean, look at him without that mustache. He looks like a completely
Ah,
different perfect
Wow,
person.
that's wild.
Because that
that's
mustache is
crazy.
so iconic.
Oh, amazing. I don't
Nice
Another
catch, Hayes. Don't ever fucking do it again.
know. Yeah. Get this guy a uniform. Oh my God.
I think one of my favorites is what does he say? You may run like Hayes, but you hit like shit.
Yep.
Uh,
Good. I like that type of fire in my players, but I didn't cut you.
oh,
So good.
he's so great. He really is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh God.
better manager, him or Philip Seymour Hoffman in Moneyball.
Oh, it's got to be Brown.
Yeah.
It's got to be Lou. He just got hunches.
Sweet Lou.
Even though Ricky Vaughn was, I think, gave up maybe 47 home runs to Clue Haywood, he just had a hunch in that game to put him in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's got a feeling.
Yeah. I love Lou. Ah, one of the best. That was good. I thought he was gonna fall to me, but
I'm sorry.
I'll just go with this is tough. This is tough because there's so many. I'll just go with Charlie Sheen as Ricky Vaughn. I mean, he's the most purest athlete on the screen. He's I wish there was more, like truly more bit players. I wish there was more Charlie Sheen and Wesley Snipes than the stupid love story between those two idiots. I just wish it was more of that, more of the bit players, more Serrano, more what's his name, Eddie Harris. So I wish it was that, but I mean Charlie Sheen is just electric every time he's on the screen. I mean the fucking the cut off sleeves. I look like a banker at that French restaurant, and all he's got on is a tie and a vest, like a motorcycle vest. I mean, uh, one of my all time favorites is even when he says like, "I'm going to drag him out of it, kick the shit out of him."
Yep.
Um, he's just great in this movie, and he plays it so well. He plays that. I feel like he plays that rebel type ball player like to a T. Like this was just made for Charlie Sheen, like one of those really gritty, like playboy baseball players. Just so yeah, he's great in this movie. He's fantastic. He really is the star of the show with the athleticness and just his overall demeanor in the movie. He's just he nails it and doesn't get stale, and it ages perfectly.
He plays it so like he's the badass guy, but he also plays the rookie who doesn't really know his place.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he's like still timid, but he's still got that edge to him. So it's like there's levels to the character. It's really good.
Yeah, and it's like you think that, he does seemingly care even when he's told like at the end that they're not pitching him in that game. He's kind of upset, like somebody would be upset. Like, yeah, they love the team, but it's like, hey, I want to be out there. I want the ball in my hand. So he played that well too.
Yeah. No, he's the tough guy, but he's still the scared kid. He played it very well. Uh Ani mentions, I'm sure there's several. Robbie, why don't you kick us off because I know you have.
Oh, please give him to me. If I so nice, I wish I had him twice. Willie Mays Hayes, the best in the business.
Of course.
Wesley Snipes. I mean, forget about it. I mean, devastated when he wasn't in two. I needed him in two, wanted him in two. I like Omar Epps, but he's not Wesley. Um, love Wesley. Wesley's in some of my favorite movies of all time. White Man Can't Jump, New Jack City. I mean, forget about it. I don't think he's super duper athletic. I heard some things about this movie. I heard some things about White Man Can't Jump, that he was a horrendous athlete that couldn't shoot a basketball, or they had to do his scenes in slow motion here when he was running. I don't know how
Yeah,
true that is, but
I heard that too.
he's just great in this movie. He's got that. He's another one like that's very like not naive. I'm trying to think of the word, but just like happy to be there. Just shows up uninvited to camp.
Yeah.
I love it. He plays it so well. The innocent baseball player who's just loving life at the moment. He's so good. I just and he's got some little bit parts in here that you laugh at. He plays it good. Like him and Charlie Sheen together is so great in this movie together. Like I said, I wish there was more of them, more scenes with them together. And Lou Brown just being an absolute lunatic.
Well, that's I don't know. I'm I'm sure they did because there's a lot of stuff in this movie that like makes you think that the people that wrote it are like real baseball fans and or like played baseball because like just that scene of the three of them in the restaurant. Like I know they're like the three main characters of the movie kind of, but like that's like what a sports team is. It's like you have people that can be completely different, but because they're on a team together, like they want to hang out with each other, they become friends. So like I just thought that was kind of the takeaway I had from that scene was like these three guys who would probably not be friends under any other circumstances. Like you got the vet taking the two rookies out, to a nice restaurant and just the friendship that the three of them form. I felt like that was like so real and it just reminded me of like playing sports.
Yeah. It's funny that I was going to mention it before, but you said the guy the who wrote it also wrote The Sting and Sleepless in Seattle.
What a
Yeah,
triumvirate.
Yeah,
he won. I think he won an Academy Award for writing this thing.
I think so. Yeah. Good for him.
But yeah, he said that he was a lifelong Indians fan, and his inspiration, they said, for creating the movie was because he never thought he'd see them win, so
Yeah.
he wanted to do it on on
On
the big
screen.
screen.
Sneaky drought that doesn't get talked about enough because like I know that the Red Sox and even the White Sox had like super long droughts that got broken, but I'm pretty sure they have the longest drought besides the teams that like expansion teams that haven't won yet, like the Padres. But even they like they weren't teams until like the 60s. So I mean, since 1948, I'm pretty sure that that's the longest drought right now.
Yeah, right. It was between them and the Cubs, and the Cubs wound up beating them in the World Series.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, so like he said, like even like things like that, like he based like Willie Mays Hayes off of Ricky Henderson and Eddie Harris off of Gaylord Perry, and I think like Serrano like kind of like sandwiched the Alou brothers with the superstitions and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Like he's basing plays over that. So he definitely had, I think, definitely loved baseball. And definitely, like you said, Benny, you could tell, um, because there are people that make baseball that feel like, and it's like, whatever. But I feel like this is like real attention to detail type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There was also a number of interesting choices for baseball. Like, okay, so Serrano can't hit a breaking ball. How is he ever going to hit a pitch ever? You know what I mean? Like every other team's never going to throw him a fastball for the rest of the season.
All right, so I can I'll go like a Benny used Tahiti. I'm going to use a Tahiti right here. The fact that that dude on the Yankees did not throw him another curveball and threw him a fastball is the farthest of fetches of all
Insane.
time.
Yeah.
The pitching coach is getting fired on the
Fired.
spot when they get back to New York. Gone,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, they might pull a Mets and just you're fired and you find your own way back, like they did to Willie
They
Randolph.
should. Yeah, they should. They should have. That's an abomination.
Abomination.
He was
Uh,
all for the century with curveballs.
yeah. And I mean, unless you believe that he told Joe Boo to go fuck himself and
Maybe Joe
got the
Boo put a little
magic.
mind in. Yeah,
Maybe.
sure. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you forgot. Listen, don't forget about Joe Boo.
Well, he bartender. Joe Boo needs a refill.
I'll tell you who could hit a curveball. Jesus.
Oh, of course. Please.
I mean, we're trending this way, and Ryan, you could piggyback on this way, but
Go ahead.
Eddie Harris as my sleeper favorite, because I was the first 5-10 minutes of his character, I was like, I don't know. But as the movie went on, I'm like, you know what? I fucking love this guy. And I probably hated
Best.
him when I was a kid. But just the evolution of his character. And then once he's in the bullpen warming up and the little Joe Boo statue's on the mound with him, I'm like, all right, this is my guy. Like he completely turned it around.
Yeah, my favorite was when he had like the Vagisil here. He's going through everything he's got in his body.
Yeah. Put a little jalapeno in my nose.
That's my main man, Dan Devine. Rudy.
Yeah. The hell's he doing?
Yeah.
I think so. He did. I think I read something or I thought about it. It was like, so he did Major League, he did Rudy. I think he did maybe it was
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. Yeah. So he did like all three different sports movies.
Yeah, all I mean, I haven't seen Hoosiers, but all iconic. Most movies except for
We
Rudy,
should
can go
we
up,
should
so.
watch Hoosiers soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta pull that one out at some point because that's iconic.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Joe Boo, I'll throw it out there. Ani Mensch, got to be Pedro. Amazing.
Okay.
Love him. Just everything he does other than not being able to hit a curveball is fantastic in this film. Just
I,
everything. Go ahead.
yeah, I didn't memory hold this. I knew that a lot of the moments that I'm gonna say are Major League Two, but the relationship he has with the Japanese player in the second
Ah,
game
the best.
with the he's juggling his nuts, and then just when he hits the home run, he goes like, "Look at the score board now,
Ah,
grasshopper."
Grasshopper. Yeah.
Just the best. He's the best.
Yeah. No, two, he had a lot of good lines in two. But this one, he had a bunch of good lines. Um, I don't know. Just hats for bats,
Pass for
like
bats, yeah.
everything. Everything he did was wonderful. Any
Um,
other Ani Menches?
yeah, I got to go with my main man, Charlie Donovan, the GM. I mean, please love him. Love
He
him
was
when he
good.
was just a fist pumping the Bash Brothers at the end when he hit the home run. His little in a face.
Yep.
Just really, enjoyed it and really rooting for the team. He was great in the little parts he was in, and the sheriff in the original Halloween.
Oh
You know,
yeah, that's right. Good call. Um, there's a couple other characters that are borderline for me, so I'm gonna just leave them off because they might show up on our next segment.
All right, well, I got to give this guy flowers because I loved him back in the
Yeah.
day. Peppa, I got to give Peppa
Yeah,
flowers.
Pepper. Yeah.
I loved him. He was fantastic. Didn't do that much, but everything he was in, look at this fucking guy. I mean, forget him.
Classic line. Classic.
The best, the absolute best. I mean, such a good player. A
That's
little bit player.
Is that like the best thing to say when some interesting person is walking up? That's the number one best insult to say ever. Look
Yeah.
at this fucking guy.
It's so good because it's versatile. It could be good too. Like you
Oh
could
yeah,
walk up looking like $1 million. You go, look at this
perfect.
fucking
Look at
guy.
this
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Yeah, it all depends how you word cadences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it. I think that might be my favorite like phrase just in general ever.
Yeah.
That and you're good. You're very good.
Um, any other honorary mentions for favorite character?
I can leave it there.
Um,
Probably played this one so perfectly.
he did.
Yeah.
He
That's it.
set himself up real nice. The lineup that he set himself up for is almost better than the lineup that Lou set in the last game of the season to have fucking Jake Taylor hitting after him. So please, Robbie,
Oh, please,
take it away.
another Tahiti. Never in unless you're Joe Mallett, no catches hitting two. Okay, please.
No,
That's horrible. But that's
especially
Lou
when
Brown.
you're broken down and you have bad knees.
Yeah, exactly. So segue, my least favorite character is that stalking psychopathic lunatic, Jake Taylor. What a
What? Okay.
psychopath. Yeah, what a psychopath. There is some good stuff to Jake. I love Jake, really, trust me. But seeing it now, right? And seeing the stalkiness that he did. Listen, Jake can go have fun, right? Jake's banging stewardess, he's banging, hookers, he's getting served paternity tests. Now all of a sudden, he wants his girl back when he didn't care that his girl was, swimming in the 80, the A Olympics on the All-Star team, loving him, throwing him surprise parties, doing this. He's out there slanging, banging. And then now he wants to come back. Now he wants to read Moby Dick. Oh, now you're a Moby Dick guy. Um, still a dirtbag. And just the outright stalking was a little too much for me, a little too crazy for me. I guess people like that. I mean, people love a little stalking, little what's the term looking for? I forgot what comes along with stalking. But yeah, no, Jake Taylor. No is no, Jake. You get a fake phone number, don't call.
Yeah,
Don't go
that's
searching.
your sign. That's your
Yeah,
sign.
that's your sign. I mean, not showing up with the bullpen card going 20 miles an hour on the highway and just randomly showing up to the boyfriend's house. And Rene Russo should have been serving the um what the hell is that called? When you
Hors d'oeuvres.
no, not that. When somebody's stalking you, right, you need to serve them something.
Restraining order.
That's it. Yeah, please forget about it. Horrendous.
I will say though, I have always wanted this, and this movie just hammered home. I want to live in a building and in an apartment where the elevator goes directly into my, like, I'm in the apartment. I am off the elevator and I'm in the apartment. That is the best.
I
That's
have a
rich
question with
people
that
shit.
because I've never, maybe because I'm too stupid. How does that work? How does somebody
Usually,
else
I mean,
not go up to you?
in the real world, you would need probably like some type of key card,
Yeah. Or the
and then you would,
door person does it or whatever.
yeah, or you
Yeah.
had a code or something like that. Probably in the 80s, you probably had a code.
Yeah. It's rich people shit. But no, I thought the exact same thing, Robbie. Like I never thought of that before, and I'm watching it this time and I'm like, who just fucking walks in someone's apartment or someone's house? And then it's not even hers, first of all. And then he does it again. And then he does it again when she moves. But the problem is, movies like this teach people that it's okay to lightly stalk because
Facts,
in
please.
the
You're in
end,
love,
Rene Russo takes him back.
Renee. How dare you?
They both fuck. I text them right now. They both deserve each other.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How you taking somebody back that did all those horrible things?
He must really sling it.
He's got to have it. He's got to have it.
Major League Dick.
Oh, it wasn't Joe DiMaggio. It was Jake Taylor.
It's true. Why do you think his knees hurt? He's got all that weight swinging around between his legs.
Exactly.
Uh, um, wait, is it my turn or Benny's turn? My turn.
You.
Um, I don't really. There's not a lot of characters I hate in this movie. I'm gonna go with, for lack of a better choice, I'm gonna go with Dorn. Even though he came around in the end, he's such a dickhead, and I think too, is influencing my decision here, Major League Two, because he was kind of annoying in that one. But I don't have a great choice. Jake Taylor's a good choice. I thought about taking Rene Russo, but I don't know. Dorn's he's just a dork.
Am I conflating one and two or conflating another baseball movie entirely? I thought he got traded, like they traded him away to like spite them winning. Is that two that they
I think
trade away
that's
like someone,
two,
or they
but
trade for someone?
I forget what happens. But like I know that he was like part owner to at it,
Yeah,
and then he reactivates himself or something. I don't know.
I might have to watch two to clear
Whatever.
this up.
Oh, also,
Well,
we believe in 86 RBIs on the season
no,
for him.
No
no,
way.
Okay.
No
no,
Okay.
way.
not
All
at
right.
all. The
That's
diva.
like think about this, and I didn't do the math, but like when Willie Mays Hayes is hanging up his gloves, and then it's like almost like right after that, they're like, we got whatever, is it 30 games left or something? I think they say.
Yeah,
And then they show it again. He must have had like two or three steals a game, which
more than
is like
that.
insanity because now you tell me that no one's picking this guy off or just nonstop throwing the first. Come on.
I'm gonna leave it there for now.
Okay.
For now.
I think we're going
Um,
to Tahiti soon.
Oh, please.
but
One-way
I
ticket.
I will segue to my least favorite character, and I can't believe the luck I've had. I moved traded up in the draft to the number one spot and got Bob Uecker, and my pick fell all the way down to me here with the last pick, but it's Rene Russo, and it's for one reason only. Fantastic actress, like Robbie said, gorgeous. She had coitus with an individual that just caught a Major League Baseball game and let him sleep in her bed.
Ugh.
I have when I played baseball, I was a catcher. There is nothing that you can do to not come out of that game a sweaty, dirty mess. You're crouched down in the dirt, batters are kicking dirt on you, you're sweaty, you have all the equipment on. Even on a cool day, you're sweating through your uniform. So the fact that like you could play the outfield, maybe I'll believe it. You know, not a lot of balls hit to you. You struck out four times. You really didn't work up a sweat that game. But to allow a man who just caught a Major League Baseball game into your bed, I am forever unclean. And I couldn't unsee it and I couldn't stop thinking about it for the rest of the movie.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Major
I
League
forgot.
Dick. There's no other way. No other
It,
explanation.
it has to be. It has to be. But I mean, just vile. And I was almost like, you know what? Maybe we missed the scene where
He
he
took a
took a
shower.
shower, but he wakes up and the game used pants are draped over the edge of the bed. So no, I don't believe it for 1 second.
I forgot that he went there with. I was like, I said, I forgot too. I was like, ew, he went there with his uniform on.
Yeah, and he's walking around
St-
the apartment with the cleats on. I mean, forget about
Ah,
that whole thing, please.
Come on.
the metal
She's going to lose
cleats.
her security deposit.
100%.
Do you think about that,
100%.
Jake?
No.
Making
How
league
about
minimum.
this? How about I'm Rene Russo's boyfriend and I'm driving over to her house to bring a coffee in the morning. Oh, it's the Indians club car outside her house. I wonder what happened.
Yeah,
Uh,
poor guy. Kind of deserve that.
No, he didn't. He seemed like a douche, but he didn't deserve being cheated on. But
no.
I love their interaction. Stay away from her. Suck my dick.
Oh, Jake Taylor is just giving me PTSD. He's such a prick.
The worst.
Glad you called him out, Robbie. Not a lot of people would have the courage to do that.
Hey, listen, I take bullets. Like if I was in 1963 in Dallas, I'd take a bullet from the grass. You know, I'll take it from my main man. I take bullets. That's it.
It's fair. Someone's got to do it on this show.
Please forget about it. People love. I guess people love stalking.
I
What can you do
guess.
on the what can you do?
I guess being attractive, you don't have it's not stalking. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like those cartoons with like those HR cartoons where like
Yeah.
they have the good looking guy. Yeah, and then like the gross guy comes over and says, "How you doing?" She's like, "Ew, get away from me."
HR. Oh, I forget where it's from, but it's the like be attractive,
Yeah, it's like
don't
the rules
be
of online
unattractive.
dating. It's like, yeah, rule number one, be attractive.
Yeah. Stupid. Um, Any honorary mentions for least favorite character?
I don't. I'm just so happy I got that off my chest. That I'm. It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders.
So you got. We got to go Rachel Phelps, right? I mean, even though she played it so good, I mean, she was good, but come on,
Cross
she
him
wasn't
off
wrong.
the
She wasn't
list
wrong about it.
then.
Yeah, this guy here is dead. She does deliver one of my favorite lines in the entire movie when Ricky comes out and she's like, "I hate this fucking song." So,
Um,
hey, ahead of a time too, moving to Teen Miami.
it's true. It's funny. I think it was on IMDb, like in the, whatever the trivia, that like there's this an alternate ending or a scene or something where it's like the explanation of her being such a piece of shit was in her mind was actually to motivate them to win, not to actually move the team. So, but they like scrapped that whole storyline because they thought people liked it better that there was like an antagonist or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
stupid. That
for the
would have been
best.
dumb.
Plus, I mean, listen, as a, I don't know, 11-year-old, whenever I first saw this film, when they took that last thing off, good
Mind
times.
blown.
Good
Oh,
times.
please. What a time to be alive.
Oh my goodness. I
But
was
good.
I was a little mad though because I thought I remembered like, if it was on like TBS or TNT, like of course they didn't show anything, but I was like, oh, like watching rated R, like we're gonna see some full frontal. Nah, I was still had the
Yeah.
pics. Any other Ani mentions?
No.
Eh, I don't think so. Um, all right. Favorite scenes?
Why not?
Yeah. Does anyone want to start?
No.
Ryan?
I'll say you know how if you know me, I love a good origin story. I love the, training camp. I love them, all showing up. Look at this fucking guy, you know, just all the introductions. Now we as the viewer kind of met some of these people already, but like all the introductions to each other on the team, Dorn being a dickhead, Pedro, Willie Mays Hayes coming in the Rolls Royce bug. Um, so I love that. I mean, it's a fairly extended scene where they go through cuts and whatever. So I don't want to steal everything, but I definitely I like a lot of scenes in this, but that one sticks out. I enjoyed that.
Robbie, you
Good
want
one.
to
Really good. No, you can go. I'll go last.
go? Give me the last game of the season. I don't know if I'm going too long with this as an entire scene, but I just thought it was really well done. I love the back and forth. They're down two, they come back. Pedro hits the home run. You get Ricky Vaughn coming in out of the bullpen and blowing three straight by what's his name? Clem,
Will Hayward.
Clo.
Will.
Uh, he blows him away. I mean, he finds himself in that moment, and then you get, the happy ending that I mentioned earlier. So I thought they did the last game of the season really well. Sidebar, don't know why they were only playing one game at the end of the season against a team. Maybe there was a rain out, just so happened to be against the Yankees, but I'll let it slide.
I think that dude, Clue Hayward, did he win like a Cy Young?
Did he?
In
Maybe
real
I'm
life?
I think maybe I heard that wrong. I could be lying.
I don't know.
I thought. Um another quick Tahiti. They're letting Eddie Harris go 8 and 2/3.
It was a different time. It was a different time. They pitched all eight. You pitched all nine if you had to.
Yeah. It
His
was
arm was like jello.
I
yeah.
know.
There was a couple like they let uh Vaughn do one. Like they showed a couple times where they were like, I was like, they don't starting pitchers don't pitch like this no more.
No, no. That's like Tony Danza, Angels in the Outfield. He threw probably like 315 pitches in that game.
Listen, he was getting all his strength from cigarettes,
That's true.
as we know.
As you do.
Got it. Is it me? I'm up.
Yes, you're up.
Then you guys took a few. I'll go with the win the whole fucking thing, leading to the training montage, leading to one of the greatest fake commercials of all time. That
Yeah.
I'm just it just irks me that that doesn't just play regularly on television. That I can't see that because it's the greatest commercial of all time. It really is. We got Ricky with the cutoff tuxedo. I love it. Please, Lou Brown, Pedro fumbling over his words. Dorn should just performing a fantastic actor who's just like deer in the headlights. We're contenders. And then then Willie Mays, hey, he's just sliding in. Don't steal home without it. I mean, iconic, fantastic. I love it. It's great. The training montage, forget about it. It could be Rocky Four. It could be Major League. I'm gonna be dialed in with the training montage. And shout out to like even the score in this movie. Some of the stuff was fantastic.
There's nothing better than actors who can act bad well. It's just
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
so funny.
He does it so good. I forgot that he played like the guy who couldn't act and was like just stiff as a board. It was so funny.
And like his whole one of his things, I think he said he's like back getting an agent, like he want life after baseball. It's like, dude, you're not acting ever.
No.
I agree with you. I love that commercial so much. Like, I wonder if like whoever thought of that, I guess maybe the writer of the movie, just fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Ad people would kill to come up with something like that. American Express has the don't leave home without it, and they're like, don't steal home without it. It's fucking perfect. It's
Yeah, it's
so
really good.
good.
Don Draper would never.
Dondre, damn it.
He would never. Could never.
No, no. It's so good. Any mentions? Any?
No, in the interest of time, I'll let you guys take.
I mean,
Me?
if you have any, please.
Oh, quick. It's just like it could be the opening day, like I said before. Nice cat chase. Um, Ricky and Rogers fight in the spring training was cool. But you guys took this is basically one entire movie.
Yeah, like 4 scenes and we basically did everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last game you can't really cut that up. That's like a 20-minute scene. It's like you can't you got to give the whole thing
Yeah.
one little scene.
I'll quickly shout out. I read some of the lyrics earlier. It's not because I think it's really well done, but because I think it's so bad that it's then so good is the like montage with that song playing in the background, running round in circles. Like it's so bad. And he's just, breaking into her apartment or whatever.
Oh, I think I gotta give sorry again. Opening scene, Randy Newman. I gotta give a shout out to that.
Oh
That's a
yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, I love
Yeah, I
that.
was like, what am I watching? Toy Story? What's going on here?
Exactly. Yeah, a little depressing in the beginning with that. The shots of the city. It looked like nobody wanted to be there, but hey, loved it.
I forgot why it came into my head, but I was singing to Bia the other day, Short People. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, ah, it's Randy Newman. You would get it.
Randy.
You would get it.
All right. Um, least favorite scenes.
Oh, please forget about it. It's the stalker boy going into the apartment. It's so awkward. I got secondhand embarrassment because imagine that happening in real life. Like I would drop dead right then and there. They have to get the EMT there, revive me, put me to bed, zip me up with the Undertaker, bring the Undertaker out, Paul Bearer. It's just awkward as all hell. And the fucking nuts on Jake Taylor to come in there and then tell that guy to suck his dick as he just invaded his own home. Like, how dare you, Jake Taylor?
I mean, low-key power move, but also incredibly psychotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, forget about it. He dropped his nuts on that guy's head because that guy didn't say anything. But you gotta kill him. You gotta stab him right then and there, and just
Yeah, you
take the hit and go to jail.
Yeah.
Take control back of your own apartment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You think I'm gonna let a fucking guy making league minimum come in here and tell me to suck his dick? Get the fuck out of
There you
here.
go.
Yeah. One thing I'm doing is that yeah, I'll get you the beer and put it in a cup. But now I'm taking my dick out and I'm stirring the beer with my dick, and now I'm giving it to you. Enjoy this little
Uh,
Miller High Life.
give me again. This file is under. You didn't have a better take, but the terrible dap up of Ricky getting off the motorcycle in the beginning of the movie, like they completely missed the pound. And then when he goes into like the barrack situation or whatever, he gives Jake the double handshake. He like says hi, and then he turns around and he shakes his hand again. I'm like, what is with this guy in handshakes?
Yeah.
This guy's not good at handshakes.
He's been working in the California Penal League. I'm gonna do the handshake in that league.
Yeah, it's true. You touch somebody, it's your ass.
Yeah.
How'd you get there? Stole a car. Um, I don't know. I don't really have one. I'm gonna abstain. I don't really have. You guys kind of took the two that I would probably take. Um, I was gonna actually say handshakes. Or same scene, but for some reason Wesley Snipes like waving the handkerchief out the window. But I actually love that. So that's not a least favorite scene. But yeah, I mean, stalking Rene Russo has got to be the it for me. So I'll just agree.
You can do
Yeah,
that. That's a
and
lot.
yeah, I think probably Ani mentions every time I saw Rene Russo's car with the Reed license plates. That was my least favorite scene. Get a grip, lady. Get a life.
I love books now.
Yeah, love
I'm a books
books.
person.
Yeah, you love books so much. This fucking guy read a comic book and fooled your ass.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't ask a better question.
Yeah.
Even though I'm about to contradict myself and be a hypocrite, I mean the cleat ripping the skirt off. What a move.
Ah,
What a move.
perfect.
Two lunatic psychopaths that deserve each other. Goodbye. Get off
100%.
my screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick. There's no point for her to be in the celebration at the end of the movie. There's
Yeah.
just no point for her to be there. That irked me. There's get away. She
Yeah.
didn't do anything, Renee Russo. Now all of a sudden, because you read, Moby Dick, now you're in the frame shot, the last, cutaway to the movie. Get out of here. That's why I didn't get a 10 too. No way.
Yeah. The last shot should have been of Lou Brown and Pepper.
Yeah.
That's it. They
And then
they did this.
the alternate ending should have been Rene Russo's boyfriend just blowing Rene Russo and Jake Taylor away with a shotgun, and that's it. And they had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, any other Oni matches? All right.
That's nothing.
Benny, take it away.
Well, Ryan, there's a game that we love to play. At the moment, it's the only game we play. It's called Where You Going Tonight, Frank? Tahiti? And it's a game based on the famous, world famous line from the movie Catch Me If You Can. Where you going tonight, Frank? Tahiti? Delivered by Christopher Walken. It's kind of a little potpourri segment, if you will. It could be a pop culture reference in the movie that you want to call out. Something completely unbelievable, just something kind of out there, kind of like Christopher Walken in general. Um, so we go one by one. I'll start us off here. But for me, it's Willie Mays hitting 291. I mean, the guy came into the season. He basically never played baseball in his life ever. He just ran really fast. He's hitting pop-ups to the catcher all season. He hits 291 over a full season. You got Roger Dorn, who's supposedly a player in the league, a superstar in the league, hitting like 270, and it's a good year. And you got this guy hitting 291. Please, completely unbelievable for me. Almost took me out of the whole movie.
Oh, without a doubt, he could. There's so many far fetches. He was. I couldn't believe he was batting 291.
No, it completely off the reservation. Shout out Bob
Please,
Uecker.
shout out, rest in peace.
I have a similar way going tonight, Frank, to Haiti. Uh, the fact I said it before, but the fact that Pedro Serrano was a hitter in this league past game 5 of the season is absolutely insane. There's no team in any league anywhere that is going to be like, oh wow, this guy can't hit breaking balls. Let's throw him a few fastballs here and there. Just why not? And he just mashes them. No, that
Yeah,
his career would be over unless he figured out how to hit a breaking ball.
there.
Yeah, please. Um, well, I already gave a couple of Tahiti's. So my way going tonight, Frank, Tahiti, is to Jake Taylor not getting arrested or put in jail for stalking Rene Russo's character a couple of times. I
She
mean,
liked
how,
it.
yeah, but I mean, other people around there could have said something, right? Maybe that old lady there could have been like, "Hey, this is kind of awkward. I may have to tell the cops that she's getting, stalked." And I keep on seeing this Cleveland Indians bullpen car at her apartment. What's going on here? But yeah, um, it's Jake Taylor just being a creep, far-fetched. It took me out. Can't stand him.
Eh.
And Anani Mensch for away you going tonight, Frank Tahiti. Where's Mrs. Dawn finding Ricky Wilding Vaughn? How'd she find him out of nowhere in the clear bush? She
Right.
knows where Ricky
Without
stays?
phones.
There's a lot of stalking going on in this movie.
And quick discussion since we don't do the Matt Damon seg. Um he didn't deserve to get punched by Roger Dorn. I'm sorry. That still pisses me off to this day.
I
He's
mean,
got to take his aggression out somewhere, I guess. And it's almost like a punch. Like I just needed to do that. Like,
Okay.
and then he
not
hugged
that
him
we're,
after.
yeah, not that we're cool, but I just want you to know that I'm pissed at the situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure deep down, Dorn knows, like, she knew what she was doing. And it was
Yeah.
100% on purpose. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure she didn't pull the Skylar and just go, I fucked Wild Thing. And then that was it.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like, yeah, I saw you on TV walking out of the room with that girl. And so I went and banged Wild Thing.
Who
So
wouldn't?
he knows. Yeah. That's why I almost feel like, and the way too, like he went up to Jake so calm, asking where Ricky was. Because I feel like he wanted to just like talk to him and not like it wasn't gonna get maybe a confrontation. Like they probably would have talked it out a little bit. He would have been pissed, but I don't think he had that energy of like, I want to beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Um, you didn't, Ben, you're not caught up on Severance, right?
No, we got to
All right.
start soon.
Then never mind. I was gonna
Yeah,
kind of like make a connection there, but I'm not gonna.
please don't.
Quickly. You're not going to tell me that if you don't got the radar gun out, Eddie Harris isn't above 45 miles an hour.
Ah,
Oh no, he's Jamie Moore light. Guy's flinging
Okay.
it in there. That's 68.
Okay. Yeah, I saw what he was working with, and if that's not topping out at least 62, please,
yeah, they
I'll
said
take him.
they
He's in my rotation. I'm taking him.
You need that guy, a little wily veteran
just can
Yeah,
in there.
eat up innings.
Yeah, you're the 5 starter. You got a couple flamethrowers in there. You slide them in between, keep the timing off.
it's true. You're right.
Good for him.
Did he give us Eddie's stats for the year?
I'm thinking 220 innings. He was 10-9 with no, he pitched deep into games, so he was probably like 15-13,
I like it.
and then with like a 4.4 ERA.
Yeah.
Like you're not like I don't want to take him out of the rotation, but I need the innings. He's solid. He's a veteran, so probably like 220 innings, probably 63 strikeouts though.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
ground ball outs, that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
Eh. These guys ain't so fucking bad, you know?
Excuse me.
He is so
That's it.
fucking bad. Oh, I have two quick bonus Tahitis. One, when they're doing Wild Thing when he comes in against the Yankees, you can't line up the mouthing and the song. Like so many people are like line that up. Two, who the fuck wears their hard hat in the bar? Those construction guys are still
Don't
That's
wearing
work
their
him.
Cleveland, baby.
Hey,
That's
fucking
hey, don't
Cleveland
hats.
for
work
you.
him.
That's Cleveland for you, baby.
I
Hard-working
It's a blue
cats.
guess
collar
one
city.
scale town, I guess.
Come on.
He was just in there on a lunch break. He's working
Yeah,
overnight. He's
exactly.
just in there on a lunch break.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
Something
right.
wrong with the streets. He needs to fix the fire hydrant. Something's going on over there. He's digging. He's digging and he's watching Ricky.
Yeah,
Strike out Clue.
it's true. Yeah,
Speaking
he
of Clue,
probably he
sorry.
probably told his foreman, "I'm taking my coffee break." He went to the bar to watch Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're
he
right.
had an Irish coffee. He had an Irish coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe a hot toddy.
Black and tan.
I'm trying to see here. Where is it? Quick. Yeah, when Milwaukee won the AL pennant in 1982, Vujovic won the Cy Young Award with an 18-6 record.
Oh,
Shout out
wow.
Clue Hayward.
Wow,
That's pretty
good
cool. I
for
didn't
him.
know that.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice swing too. That ball was crushed. Crushed.
Smoked.
Serrano hit that home run?
Really?
Yeah,
That's a bomb.
Yeah.
bomb.
That thing was like 3/4 up the stands.
It's a big dude.
Crushed it.
Now he's crushing insurance. Good for him.
Yeah, he's
What a
crushing
guy.
my insurance. Shout out.
Yeah.
Keep on going up.
Wait, who is he? Who does he represent?
Liberty Mutual, I
Allstate.
think. Oh, Allstate. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You fox, why does my insurance keep going up?
yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, how else do you expect to be in good hands? That's not free.
It's true. It is true.
Listen,
You
I
know how much
want
moisturizer you
Pedro
need?
to deliver my next renewal, please.
He's gonna
I
just
say
he's
fuck
gonna
you,
be in
Pedro.
yeah, he's gonna be in Philadelphia. He's just gonna take your insurance policy and just self-hit it to you.
If you don't pay your insurance, that's very bad. Is very bad. Um, anything else to say about Major League?
Baseball season, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get out to the ballpark, man. I was thinking about it the other day. It was a crisp 55, and I was
Mm.
drinking a beer with some pals here in LIC, and I was like, I can't wait to be doing this in a park. Nathan's in one hand,
Yeah, he
oh,
does.
screaming at the Mets and just hating my life. It's gonna be the best.
Asking if we can get food in the eighth inning.
Have an important game.
You gonna be one of those dads that brings the kid and is like holding him and got a beer in another hand and a hot dog in your mouth, catching foul balls?
Here's the deal. I don't know. I don't go out of my way to like grab t-shirts and balls. Like if it's hit right at me, I'll go for it. But I'm not like leaning over stuff to get the ball. Like it's a baseball.
I can buy a baseball. It's not
I
special.
I have a Major League Baseball right here. Like, yeah, nice. It's okay. I have them. What do I need to put people at risk? Like I hate when the older people like ripping them away from kids. You have that one guy
Fucking ball.
that, that like goes around to different stadiums and like looks
Foul
at the
ball guy.
hitters, yeah, spray charts and like sprints across the
That's
whole entire
ridiculous.
stadium. And he's got like thousands of baseballs. Like, dude, buy one online if you really want one that bad.
If it's like a momentous home run, yeah, I'll go for it because that's money.
You want to hear a funny story?
I do.
No, it's really not that funny.
All
It's
right, I don't
just
want to hear it then.
it's just I could have been there moment.
Okay.
I was asked to go to I was bartending at the time and I couldn't get someone to cover my shift. Notoriously not a Yankee fan and notoriously Derek Jeter hater. But my friends had tickets to a game on the pursuit of Derek Jeter getting 3,000 hits.
Okay.
So his 3,000 hit ended up being a home run. And if
Right.
you watch that video, you see the ball sail over both of their heads because they're hugging, and they didn't grab it. I was like, dude, if that was me, I would have grabbed that ball and held Jeter hostage for everything he was worth. I'd be like, dude, I'm sorry, but you have the worst luck, and I'm gonna make you pay every red cent that I could get. But that's
I would have
woulda,
given
coulda,
it up
shoulda.
for one of those baskets he used to give out.
The Yadge Eats
Yeah.
basket. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. When I saw those two idiots on screen hugging, I was like, ah, he was right there, man. You had a payday right in front of you. But you're caught up in the moment. That was like when me and our friend Nick were at the game where Lindor hit the grand slam in the playoffs, and literally as soon as the ball went off his bat, I grabbed him by the shirt and was just screaming in his face. So I know how the emotions can take over you in a big moment like that. Get to see history like that.
I haven't been that excited for sports in a very long time. I miss it.
It's when you're there, it's different, like especially in like a playoff or something like
No,
monumentous
I
like that.
agree. My, I mean, Rangers were pretty good last year, but
Yeah, like
Giants haven't done shit in a long time.
if you were at like a Rangers game and they won in overtime, you cut
Oh
loose a
yeah,
little bit.
no, I would. I just haven't had that
loose.
opportunity.
We're gonna get you there.
It's a shame.
I know.
It's a shame. Especially the Giants. It's a real shame.
Unlimited.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
All right, we're going off the rails. Major League 2 next year. Start of
Maybe
season.
before playoffs or something, or All-Star break.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
we
like
could
that.
do that too. Whatever. I'm in. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed Major League. Send us an email. Let us know what you thought. Want us to see us do. Whatever. We love you. Robbie.
When I hear a sound, I
Good
rap
night.
at the door, my young son
Good night
Gabriel walks in.
to the NL East,
My wife
because here
said,
comes the
"No,
Mets.
Gabriel, leave."
Meet
I
him
said, "No,
and greet him.
let the boy watch.
Let's go, Mets, baby. Let's go.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father, the way he learned from his father. Let